we really hit our stride 3 or 4 years ago. What do you think helped us turn those corners, even in a time when the industry has been under a lot of scrutiny? We went through a pandemic, a lot of inflation, a lot of different organizational and business environment, just financial environment challenges. How did we continue to move forward throughout those times?
I think the first corner that we turned I think that one really had to do with the realization that this was unsustainable. We weren't progressing as a company. We weren't able to bring in the funds to offer better things for our clients. We weren't particularly discriminatory. We were kind of willing to take anybody who came in the door. And I think what that did to us is it made us a generalist, and I'm not sure that we did our best work. When we started to realize that there was a market segment of young people who were not being served, and it's a tough segment. There's not a lot of money in it in terms of the individual families and things. But I think somewhere around year 5, we started to become more disciplined as a group, and we started to ask bigger questions, and we started to expect more from what we were doing, and expect more from our people, and expect even our guests. When we come to 3 or 4 years ago, or maybe 4.5 years ago, we glommed onto the Jim Collins hedgehog concept, and we basically said, we can't be good at everything, but we can be world-class at one thing. We're only going to take a particular kind of client with these particular ACEs scores and trauma and attachment issues. And there's a lot of them out there. This world isn't getting easier for kids, but it's a much tougher market to break into and financially support yourself. It's a much tougher market simply because the kids have bigger problems. And so I remember when we made that decision, we had all gritted our teeth a little bit and said, we're going to do one thing better than anybody else does it, and that is we're going to do high ACEs, high trauma, and attachment-related issues. Most of our kids are adopted. They've been through really tough things, and we leaned into that very, very hard, and that changed the game. That required us to elevate every single thing we do. We had to be the best at it, and I think we're right there.